the short north. He'll tell us about it. He's a professor, he's a wordsmith, a magic man, and he's on our stage right now. Come on up.
So I have 5 poems for you. So all of these are written with this idea in mind. A friend of mine told me about this Eastern concept. It's called the hungry ghost. So people in life who are exceptionally desirous, who want to eat and drink and be hedonistic in the afterlife, they're in these spiritual bodies that have really long, thin necks and great big bellies, and they're always hungry and thirsty, and they can never quite get enough. And I realized that instead of like a guardian angel, I have a guardian hungry ghost who's following me around in this life. So I decided to write about him. I named him. His name is Zero. And this first poem describes him. Also, I had to put in here a joke my stepfather always liked to tell. And he would say, when he was drinking beer, "Oh, I'm building up my tool shed," like his beer gut, you know. And I never understood that as a child, maybe because it's not an appropriate joke to tell a child. But later I realized what he meant, what exactly it was he was shading. His name is Zero. This is how he looks. Long throat as a crane's is long and thin, a tube that tops a gourd of a belly, the belly all of his body, really. The kind Dad called a tool shed 'cause it shaded his tool. Scrawny neck, pencil, pipe, prow, preceding that gut. The hungry ghost. This is the shape of the hungry ghost. He wants a lot, I want a lot, wanna be stuffed. Then booze back to hungry, wanna sop up a pitcher of sangria with a pound of sirloin. Gotta have a name, any ghost, everyone needs one. He's Zero, like zero-sum game. I like to drink Prosecco by myself. An ex-girlfriend introduced me to, like sparkling wine, and then we broke up. But I've carried on the, yeah. Well, she left the bottle open, and then I just left while she was in the bathroom. What I meant to say was these are all told from the persona of a man. Death of the author. But, I still like a bottle of Prosecco while I'm by myself. And if you haven't had a bottle of champagne alone, I suggest tonight, maybe you do that. There's a kind of ceremony to it. Also, in this poem, I claim that I only have Arby's napkins on my toilet for toilet paper. That's a bit of poetic license. I don't eat at Arby's a lot. This is called Zero Promises, One Poem If I Drink Champagne. Cork pop in my empty apartment, no pictures on the walls. Poem right after, just after this champagne. Zero promises, one poem. After long and fizzing, after what is sparkling, what is golden, after half the bottle in a highball glass, hissing on a crummy table, $20 a bottle, empty fridge, stack of Arby's napkins on the toilet lid. But there's the promise, one poem for this poor, this effervescent prize. All right, this will be, thank you. It's not that sad. It's like, hey, middle sad at best, thank you. Yeah, sad hecklers. I like to day drink sometimes, as the persona in these poems, and I think Sunday especially holds a kind of, a kind of charm to it. It's a meditative day anyways, a spiritual one, and so if you're up early and tying one on, those things fit together. This is called Zero Visits on the Day of Rest. Zero says it's Sunday, so eat a pill. And he's not wrong. It's Sunday, some pills and the cabinet. So old, though, for pain from the dentist. So old one would wear off quickly, meaning wasting Sunday, when two would be the sort of wallop wanted. It's decided, and what better than beer to welcome these white bodies into my body? And soon the sum seems to somehow lift the floor to the height of the window, and you were right, Zero. Thank you, it's Sunday, and lovely sweating bottle, and swinging pole cord on the ceiling fan. Have you always ticked such lovely rhythms? Sweating beer I swallow quickly, so my throat is numb. Bottle wants to be a poem, and I smile that it's Sunday. So, the laundromat. I got here early, forgive me. I always thought that laundromat was two words, like laundry and then mat. And it turns out it's a laundromat, like an automat. I always thought it was laundromat, so there's some of that in here. Also, this is a poem about accidentally peeing on yourself a little bit when you're out in public and you have to pee and there's nowhere to go, so you try to go somewhere to pee, you pee on yourself a little bit. I can hear from your affirmation that you all know this well. So this poem has really two conceits, one in which I'm trying to understand that laundromat is one word, and the other in which I'm trying to reconcile with the fact that I peed on myself. Zero leads me behind the laundromat. Laundry mat, I always called the laundromat, like a man named Matt who launders, and thus laundry mat, who if he was a mat like a man and not a mat like, what's this mat, not mat like a man, is it for automatic? I'm peeing desperately, freely on the laundromat. Laundromatic, it's natural, automatic that a man might need this, not be near to home, and then pee here, where everything is clean. And it's too much now to think of a mat full of mats washing mats and laugh like this so urine darkens what is very thankfully very dark already denim, smoking by my puddle and smiling, and urine darkens. Stuck now to the phrase and feeling out of my mouth its sound, urine darkens, you're in darkness. I'm in darkness. How many mats have mats in the mat? Urine darkens, I'm in darkness. I feel suddenly sly, knowing darkness hides my accident, my spot here on the fly. Lucky that it's dark, that I'm in darkness. Thank you. All right, this is my last. Thank you all again for coming. That's not particular. It's called Zero Can't Be Lying. He lies, I know, and I like his lies, like that they are like the lies you tell a child to soothe, to soften the world, and even the lovely morning lifting leaves that are green in the trees, lifting hat brims on smiling women, this soft breeze, even this soft breeze in the morning light, outlining tree limbs to create great patterns along the street, can't soften, can't soothe like Zero, whose lies, my lies, they are my lies, whose lies, they are my lies. But he'll repeat them, he'll make promises, he'll make my lies into promises. He makes one soothing, one soothing oath to soften the terrible morning and its terrible light and its terrible smiling. Zero promises a beer will help me forget the dead. The bird's song and beer for breakfast. Believe his lies, I believe his lies aren't lies. I'm not lying, he's not lying, I'm not lying, he's not lying. This will help me forget the dead and remember the 3 laughing men in white hats in the park, the 3 squirrels on the power line, the 3 fingers now of Kentucky bourbon with the beer, and that first sip so early for bourbon that a sip must be subtle, like the first one a person might take of coffee. I do not like the taste of coffee. It is bitter. Thank you.